Okay, I'm vlogging straight away. The building behind me, just disappearing as we're pulling out, was used as Wolfram and Hart in Angel, which I hadn't realised when I pulled up, but yeah, it was. Apparently it was also used as the bad guy's place in The Running Man, which I didn't notice before. Okay, so we finished the Sony Pictures tour, and it was fine. There's nothing wrong with the tour at all. It's an interesting tour. You get to go on a Foley soundstage, and you get to walk around some of the lots that are used, and we took a look inside Christian Slater's new series, well, it's in the second season, called Breaking In, about a bunch of people who test security for firms. But as a tour for us, there were a couple of problems with this, I think. First of all, we didn't really cover anything on this tour that we hadn't heard before already. This being the third tour, and to be perfectly honest, I think whichever tour we'd done last, if we'd done Warner Brothers last, then, you know, a lot of the stuff that we heard there, we would have been hearing second-hand information. But also, a lot of the shows that are produced by Sony, I mean, the films, fair enough, the films, you know, films like Spider-Man, Men in Black, you know, we all know those. But a lot of the shows that are produced by Sony, you know, Jeopardy and Breaking In, and what else was the King of Queens? I mean, they're the sorts of shows that some of them we've heard of, a lot of them we haven't heard of. I think it's something to do with the distribution deals that Sony have, or rather that they don't have overseas. We don't get a lot of their stuff, and that means that ultimately a lot of what is said and shown and talked about and the sets we're on is ultimately inaccessible to the students. So I think if we were going to come again, we'd do Paramount or something on the third day, or maybe something completely different. I think 2 studio tours might be too many. I mean, Universal doesn't really count because it's more of a theme park and that's what you really go for. But I think doing WB and Sony in future might be a little much. But you know, if you're ever out in the area and you're interested in those shows, then by all means do come along. I'm not bad-mouthing the tour. It's a perfectly fine tour. But if you're going to do other tours as well, then it wouldn't be at the top of my list of tours to go to. But it would be on there if you're interested in kind of doing all of them, being the completionist. Anyway, I'm going to sign off again now, because we're heading out to Santa Monica 3rd Street shops to do some shopping, have some lunch, and then heading on to the airport and out of here. So yes, it's going to be the last little bit of the journey. Okay, I'll catch you guys later.